Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey, and today is the first episode of the second season of Shadow Empire. Welcome back to Shadow Empire after we had a month hiatus. If you are watching us for the first time, welcome. You don't think of this as a clean slate, a great starting point. We're going to reintroduce the characters. It's a brand new storyline for these guys. It's going to be wonderful. What do I do first? I'm going to say hi to all of my patrons online that support us. They are scrolling in the bottom. They get to vote on their favorite character on patreon.com/dead unicorn. And this this was opened up to everybody. This last voting was opened up to everybody. You didn't have to be a member of my Patreon to vote. And we have Moshi Sora, the
Oh,
Shining Shugenja, who wins.
thank you.
They get a
Congratulations.
they get an instant success on any one roll, and if they don't use it, it'll turn into a void point at the end of the game. So that's nice.
That
Uh,
is one.
if you want to vote from here on forward, just sign up for the Patreon. It's $1. We also have a lot of RPG stuff on the site that comes through. I update it as much as I can, and I always try and put interesting things there that will hopefully help you run Legend of the Five Rings or Dungeons and Dragons or all sorts of things. Um, what are we doing next? Let's introduce everybody. If you don't know what Legend of the Five Rings is, it's a samurai role playing game in the world of Rokugan, which has 7 clans of different animal types. And these fine gentlemen around me, over there, they are part of these clans, and they have to work together sometimes. I don't know. uh, let's start out with Moshi Sora. Crystal plays Moshi Sora. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Um, Moshi Sora is from the Sun Sentinel school. She controls fire and can, if she so chooses, use that fire to heal instead of hurt. Um, Her biggest goals in life are to learn all about the arts of healing across the world and to hopefully be able to open an orphanage in the future. All right, next up, let's go with Tarek.
Hello, I'm Tarek. I play Sushiro Kuronagi, who is a Scorpion Shugenja, and she is super nice, super kind. She has been busy in the mountains of Scorpion Lands training and is now excited to be at a wedding of one of her friends, or I guess two of her friends. Um, and excited to meet back up with the squad and get things underway. I will go ahead and pass it off to Sasha, who's playing Baishin.
Hi, I'm Sasha. Like Tarek said, I'm playing Bayushi Naren. She is of the Bayushi Death Dealer School. She is a crane by birth, scorpion by choice. And that's a long story, but she's also been training back home in Scorpion Lands. And, well, since she's being summoned to a wedding, she's sure that there will probably be something there for her to do on top of just being there for some of her friends like everyone else is. And I'll pass it off to Edith, James.
James.
I'm
Yeah.
James. I play Ide Youngso, a unicorn who is a very short person, but a gifted musician who also is uh, willing to do the things that other samurai might not if they're necessary for the betterment of his family and clan. And his big dream is to someday compose a song that gets sung all across Rokugan. And and I'm going to pass that off to Matt with Doji Daisuke.
Oh, okay. Don't even have to say my name, but I'll say it anyways. Hello, everyone. I am Matthew, and I play the role of Doji Daisuke. I am a crane courier who in the last chapter of the game is revealed to be wearing a fat suit, and he does it for political reasons, making him seem like he's not a very intimidating figure, though he has a very muscular and fit physique underneath it. So that way, if anyone has in mind that they want to duel him, or if they want to challenge him to a physical altercation, he can take care of them. Maybe not handily yet, but eventually. And let's see, he also recently became the apprentice to the new White Dragon, which he is absolutely excited about, and his master is going to be wed pretty soon. So he's looking forward to taking part of the ceremony and congratulating the new couple, and looking forward to his first instruction with his new master. That's where I'll end it off.
That's why Doji Daisuke has a mohawk. He has to shave his head because he's in that fat suit and it's like overheating him, and he needs somewhere to like release the heat.
Like Majin Buu. That's why I have to roll fitness rolls from time to time. And hilariously enough, still in the first game too, like he was able to outpace both the Shizuru Kuronagi and Baishu Naorin while in his fat suit, while helping a little child who fell from a tree to the place where they needed to be to help Kengo. I still can't help but chuckle at that moment. It's like, that man's running past you.
So we're gonna head to the map. There's the map of Rokugan, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah, the overland map. As everybody has alluded to, there's a wedding happening. And if you looked at the description of this video, it should say something about a wedding. The heir to the greatest poet in the world, Kengo the White Dragon, is marrying the daughter of the Khan of the Unicorn Clan, Moto Nomen, and has sent out invitations to all of the people on the screen here, all of their characters.
Plus a lot of other people.
Yeah, plus a lot of... after a few months have passed since they've last seen those guys. We're going to go to each character and try and figure out just a little bit about what they've been doing. We're going to start here in the esteemed palaces of the Crane, because it's the farthest one away. And that is Doji Daisuke. Doji Daisuke, what have you been doing? What have you been up to other than training in the art of the Doji courtier?
Well, aside from training in the art of being a Doji courier, I've also been kind of brushing up a little bit on, learning and writing a little bit of poetry, doing a bit of research, and also trying to see if he could find a way to kind of help with his maimed visage, especially since that one duel that he went up against that one Lion Clan member that was trying to get after his new master. But after receiving that bit of battle damage, he's like, you know what? Maybe the Crane Shugenja can help, clear the scar away. But unfortunately, he's ran into a little bit of trouble with that. And he doesn't understand who or why is, or who is blocking his way from helping him heal his visage. So he's got to learn to live with that scar. And he was also tasked with a new Giri. And
a Giri, by the way, is an assignment from your lord. It is something your lord has specifically asked you to do.
Yeah, and I need to copy and paste my Giri
into your character sheet?
Yes, onto my character sheet, because I completely forgot to do that earlier.
That's what I'm doing.
Do you want me to read it out, or should I just
you can share it with everybody? I think that's a great idea.
All right. So I'll go ahead and just read what you sent me in our private messages. There was a Daidoji that was sent on a trade mission to the castle last month, which was in Unicorn Lands. His name was Nikkei, and he did not return with the caravan. Daisuke did a little digging and began to understand that this guy has a shady past. He had done some scout training, but used those skills as a spy. You think Daisuke thinks that bringing that up might get you in trouble, as you got caught asking around once and were warned to just to do the job and get Daidoji Nikkei back. So, I have to bring a clan member back from Unicorn Lands, and no one really knows what happened to him. And don't worry, guys, I will try to see if I can ask help from the group, unlike last time. Daisuke learned his lesson.
We can
So-
give you advice.
Please.
You can head to the wedding. I just want to know which way you'd like to go. You can come through Scorpion Lands by way of this waterway through the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
which can lead you through Biden Pass here and get you to the Castle of Pretending, where you can meet Kuranagi, and then from there head north.
Did you
Well,
say
I mean,
Biden Pass?
Baden Pass. Sorry, it's the city of Baden, and it's called Baden's Path. Or you could go up the outside, the north side of the mountainside, and make it to the city of the Rich Frog.
Oh, where you just came
Well,
from.
Daisuke is pretty sure that he has not made any lion friends from the last altercation. And he knows that he has at least two scorpions that he can trust to have his back. Especially at this point. He's like, you know what? As much as they rib on me, I'd rather stay safe than sorry. So let's get back with the entourage. Yay.
All right. You say goodbye to everybody. You write your last letter to Otomo Ayumi, who you've been doing correspondence with,
Mm-hmm.
and off you go with your servant to the Castle of Pretending, and you can move your icon over there.
All right.
The next furthest person away is, I'm going to say it's Bayushi Naren, who is in the Palace of Silk and Shadow. What has she been up to in the time since she was in the city of the Rich Frog?
Well, she had to take some time to kind of recuperate from her injuries sustained in that last battle. Probably busy sharpening her blades and beating Kuranagi and her husband in all manner of different games and contests, up until they would probably get bored and stop playing with her. And then after she's all better and healed up, I assume she would largely be trying to maintain a good relationship with her husband while dodging his advances. And
And he will continue
as-
those advances. He tries very hard.
I'm sure he will.
He really wants to make a baby.
Yes, she gets that. She definitely has noticed, and will be dodging that shit left and right, as much as humanly possible. And on top of that, I believe, based off of her kind of newest assignment as well, would it be fair to say that she feels like the Scorpion have come to trust her more, given that her latest assignment deals directly with her crane relatives?
Here's the thing. You could interpret it that way. You could be like, yeah, I'm entrusted with this job that I have to do, and they think I can see it through.
Or it's
Or-
that they're testing her again to see if she can handle it.
Well, here's the thing. Your job, your mission from your lord,
Yes.
if you don't mind me saying this,
Yeah,
is
go.
is
for
to
it.
deliver a message to the Kikita daimyo. But no one must know you delivered the message, including the Kikita daimyo. You must, like, try and get it into her stuff without anybody noticing. And maybe they think that if anybody can take the fall for this, if it
It
goes
would be
pear-shaped,
Robin.
it would be you.
Yeah.
And they can have some deniability on this. They can say, this is just a personal thing because she was once part of that clan, part of that family, and it has nothing to do with us. So maybe it's because of your unique position that this mission was given to you.
Okay. Well, she is trying to I feel like she's trying to kind of see how much she can get away with back in Scorpion Lands, like how closely she's being watched, if people act strangely around her, just kind of trying to test the boundaries a little bit, and see where she stands. Um, but not trying to get into any real trouble or cause any problems.
So this is what you've noticed. There's a certain cadre within the palace that seems to shun you. But they also seem to be shunning other people too. Like it's a clique group, and those people outside the clique group, they seem you've gotten to warm people to warm up to you, and that is in no small feat due to your husband trying to make sure that you are as accepted as any other scorpion. The biggest group of people that are shunned, though, I mean, it's an entire family, seems to be the Yogo family. And you can have lots of long and interesting conversations with visiting Yogo, which is a scorpion family.
Okay.
That's the artists, right?
No, they are warding Shugenja. And they are known, their biggest thing is that they have a curse that has been put upon the family.
Could you tell me more about that? Because I actually don't know that much about them.
So they're cursed to lose the thing that they love the most.
Oh, I've heard of this.
So I guess don't marry someone you're into.
That's the 100% what they do. Yeah, people.
The really interesting part is that when they got the opportunity to join, they used to be a Phoenix person. They were a Sako Yogo, and then they got offered a chance. They got like banished from a Phoenix clan and were wandering, and then Bayushi found them. And they were like, "Why would you want me in your clan? I am cursed to destroy the thing that I love most." And Bayushi was like, "Good thing you don't love me then."
I'm gonna make sure of that.
Do you fiddle with the letter? Do you open it? It is sealed. But the seal is like, doesn't have any, like, it doesn't have a chop in it. It's not, like, there's nothing that signifies it per anything else. So
Yeah, I guess does Naurin think she could get away with opening it?
So it's easier to open this letter and then seal it back up because there's no like notable marks to it or anything. So you can make I'm gonna say a calligraphy, right?
Either that or
Position, you mean?
skullduggery.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a skullduggery or calligraphy roll.
You mean composition?
Composition. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. I could do skullduggery or composition.
Yes. To open it and then reseal it in a way that nobody will notice.
I think I'll try it.
And I'm not going to tell you the TN on this, so you can gain a void point too from this.
Okay. Oh, is that is that another way to gain void if you don't know the TN of a check?
If you
But
ever
it will
don't
say
get
in the
TN.
roll whether you have a hidden TN, and it will automatically give you a void point.
Oh, that's
And
super
you
cool.
can use
Okay,
that
so
void point
hide
now or
TN.
keep it.
I guess since I'm at max void, I will spend a void too. So
Sure.
And let's see here. Yeah, let's go with air. Okay.
Do our void points reset, or are they just at what they are?
They're at half. They should be at half
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
half
put
round
that
down.
at half your max.
Hmm.
And round it, of course.
Do you have any advantages or disadvantages that help you or hurt you with this before we go forward?
I don't think that dangerous allure would help. I don't think that provocation would help. I don't know that dead eyes would help.
No. No. I think you're. No. Everything looks good. So that's your
Okay.
roll.
Yep. Though I think I would like to maybe re-roll one dice by using my rival bond with Daisuke,
Okay.
since I definitely don't want to be caught screwing around and have that oaf do a better job at his whatever his gear is than I do.
Sounds fair.
Do I re-roll a white dice or a black dice?
Any die you want.
Any die.
Any die
I
you want. I'd go for that black blank one.
Okay, and then I just drag that into the reroll box?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you hit OK.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's much better.
And then will I be able to spend opportunity on like the standard stuff for this?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's do that. And that's a lot of strife, but it makes sense because she's nervous.
The letter looks good. Well, you open it up and you read it, and it's nonsense gibberish.
Nonsense gibberish. Interesting.
Corey, is it supposed to be a private roll? Because it shows that she privately rolled some dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why it did that. Oh. It's set on private
There's a
GM roll
drop
for some reason,
down.
and I can't set it otherwise.
Okay.
That's weird.
How do I change that?
It won't let me put it onto public roll mode or whatever. Oh, there we go.
That's
now it did.
weird. Mine will.
Okay. Y'all won't be able to see this roll. She got 3 strife, 2 successes, and 2 opportunities. But everybody at home can see the roll, so no worries.
Right, because it's taking from your computer.
Right. So with 2 successes, you think you can seal this back up just fine. You read it. It is nonsense. It is random like kanji symbols that don't make sentences that make sense. Like
Red dog fish, blue moon wind.
yeah.
Which would Naren have an opportunity to make a copy of the note?
That's an interesting idea. You can, but you're not sure what is important here. Is it
Right.
the words themselves, the lines on the page, on what actually, is important? So you're going to make another composition. This is 100% composition.
Okay.
And again, the TN is hidden.
Okay. I have 2 opportunities still that I have to spend. I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out what would be the most useful.
Opportunity list, and this is air.
Use.
Um,
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if was this a artisan's? No, I did a trade skill, right?
so
Skullduggery.
since this
that wouldn't be
is
for me.
a downtime activity that you're doing, you might want to go down to
Okay.
downtime use and see that 2 opportunity there.
Yes.
That's the perfect one.
Okay, to make sure that no one knows that I did this thing.
Exactly.
And what I am doing. Spending a lot of time in my personal like chambers, and I don't want anyone to be asking weird questions about what I was doing. Okay. So then you said composition for sure?
Composition and your approach for this, because you're gonna have to do it. Let me see here. Refine, restore, invent, adapt. I'm gonna say air or earth.
Composition, air, or earth. Okay, let's do air. And is this another hidden TN?
This is another hidden TN, yes.
Okay. If I check the hidden TN button, does it automatically roll with a void point? Is that how that works?
No.
Because it says +1 void somewhere on there.
Yeah,
It adds a void back to your pool.
Yeah, it adds
So
a void.
if you want though, if you're getting another void point and that would go above your total,
It would. I'm just
spend
gonna
a
spend
void.
it. Yeah.
That way you will have.
So yeah, just check the advantage box or whatever it is. The thing that says you're using a void point.
There's like a void
with
point
that.
spend.
Yeah. Okay. I got that. Got it. Okay. I'm super nervous about this. I'm like so excited. Come on. Ooh.
That's a much better roll.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah,
a
that is
pretty roll.
significantly better than we were before.
Very good.
So I'm gonna have to relax a little bit after this.
Just take some time to relax.
Just a little.
No, it's nerve-wracking doing a thing that you're feeling is very important.
Oh yeah. Okay. Can everyone see that one?
Yes.
I think so.
Especially when it comes to doing something that could
Get me in a
alert
lot of
your
trouble.
lord.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
he didn't say not to do this.
Yeah, he didn't say I couldn't look
He didn't
at it, and it's
expressly
encoded.
Forbid it.
So
And what
do you think,
happens if the original
if-
gets damaged? Make a copy just in case.
Yeah.
Or
I was thinking ahead.
you think that you have done a fantastic job of making a copy of this. You've got the rows of characters exactly how they're supposed to be. You've got, when something's a little higher and a little lower from the line, you think you got that down too. You think you know exactly how the brushstrokes went for even kanji that you've never seen before. And you're like, yeah, I'm sure that this is how the brushstrokes go. So you've done what you think is an immaculate job. You take the original, you seal it up, you think it looks great, you put it back in your pack, and you have your copy.
Okay. Perfect. And just out of like curiosity, because there is a part of her that's like not sure if it's the message or if the message is like a diversion from something else. If she holds up her copy of like the note and the actual note before sealing it up, at a safe distance from like a candle, and just tries to compare the paper, is there anything about that strikes her as it's not the note itself, but it's like the paper it's written on? Is there anything special about that?
I'm just going to give it to you. The paper is different, but you're not sure if it's just you have different stationery than the person who did this, or if there's a significance to that.
Okay.
But
maybe
you make a note of that what
Yeah,
kind of paper
definitely.
it was, just to make sure that might be a thing.
okay.
But you don't see a watermark or anything like that as part of the paper.
Yeah, because it's a little suspicious that they gave her this message and that it is like, it's almost like they didn't care if she happened to see it. So that's why I was like, okay.
Well, it is coded.
Oh yeah. But I mean, there's always a chance
The
that if the
real
code is meant to
message
be
is written
discovered,
in
you
lemon
can
juice.
All right.
All right. So you have pretty much one way of getting to. By the way, y'all are your ending point is Battle Maiden Castle in Unicorn Lands. And you have only one way of getting there, and that is via the Castle of Pretending. And so you can put yourself there, and you will
Chilling with
be.
Kuronagi.
Yeah.
Just like always.
You'll have a little reunion with everybody before moving on. And before we do that scene, we're going to go over to Moshi Sora in the Castle of the Centipede.
Ooh. Well, Moshisora obviously has been putting time into her general studies, but also she is, her curiosity has been piqued about those pink cranes and what the heck they're doing. So if she can find any extra information about like the people who are involved, for instance, she'll get what she can.
So the thing is your lord was very happy that you were able to give all the information you did about the pink cranes, because they had no idea what was going on, and they just saw these new people with a bunch of power, and they wanted to know what was going on. There's not a lot of information or ways to like get stuff from your place in the Castle of the Centipede.
Okay.
On that. But maybe one will show up at the wedding. Maybe. I don't know. But Doji Sakurako has seemed to have dropped off the radar. Like no one's talking about her. She's not there anymore.
Is there perhaps news of her engagement?
No. Like I said, she just totally dropped off the radar.
Nobody's talking about her at all.
Yeah.
Like if I can add in my few cents, like Daisuke was a little concerned with her loss and wanted to console
she got
her
last place,
at a later
didn't she?
time.
She
So
is-
he'd like to try to keep in touch.
She is not found. She is totally dropped off the radar, like I said. And if you go to like the headquarters of the Pink Cranes and ask for her, they laugh in your face, and they are very snooty about it, about saying who, what person. I don't know about this person. We Pink Cranes are much better than knowing a person like that. So yeah, definitely she's fallen out of favor, and you don't know where she went. Nobody's talking about her.
We don't know stinky poo poo butts like that.
That's what she deserves.
Well, I find it very suspicious that nobody is talking about her at all.
Yeah, it's like, my cousin, what the heck? She helped me out.
Okay. What is your Geary? Would you like to share with everybody what your...
Ah, yes. My new assignment is to try to find a solution for a clanmate who is dying of a rare disease. Nobody can figure out how to heal them, and even the kami are no use.
So this is what I'm gonna say, because you're the Centipede clan, and we're gonna flesh this out a little. This was a person who was stung by a centipede, and and the poison has caused an illness, and they believe that the centipede was like mystical in some sense, and that's why it is very hard to heal this person.
Don't tell Kuranagi about that. She'll flip.
Where do I find this centipede to harvest that
I'm
poison?
assuming it's one of the giant centipedes around town.
I don't know that Kuronagi would be down to like go hunting for a creature like that that could potentially kill her by like stinging her. Not that
And
adventurous.
and we'll call this person Moshi Baku.
Baku.
Moshi Baku. So you need to find some rare ingredients or some other way to heal them or something. Maybe you can find that in Unicorn Lands. You've never been there before. The only way for you to get there is by going up the river and through Lion Lands. But
That makes sense.
they don't harass you. They let you straight on through, and you can make it to the City of the Rich Frog.
City of the Rich Frog, here I come again.
And there you can say hello to some old friends that you made at the city. They're happy to see you. You spend the night there, and you have a great night. Unfortunately, no one else is coming this direction, so you can move on to Battle Maiden Castle, your final place, and that is via this river here. So underneath this Unicorn Lands is actually a river that takes you straight up to
Okay.
Battle Maiden Castle. So
Ah!
you took the barges all the way there. It was nice. You didn't have to walk.
Whee! Water all the way.
All right, we're gonna go back down to the Castle of Pretending and Shisuro Kuronagi.
I love the names of these castles.
Castle of pretending where we pretend we're happy. Uh,
You need
Kuronagi.
a hug?
No. Yes. Kuronagi will probably be chilling in the castle. For all intents and purposes, to outside viewer would think that she is not doing much of anything. But she is probably very busy at work, sending out letters, trying to stay in touch with all the people that she met, all the people that she might have a vested interest in keeping tabs on, sending out information to different people in the party. What I just noticed something. Why does Doji Daisuke have like what is that? What does that hairdo? Is he a member of the flock of seagulls?
It's a swooping mohawk.
Oh, okay.
He had
Already
the same
commented on
hairstyle
about how it's for
before.
heat release.
Yeah.
His
He's got
previous
heat
art,
sinks on the side of
his
head.
previous art had it coming the other way over his head. Now it's going back that way. So
He's trying out a new part. Leave him alone.
It was still
guys.
on the left side of his face. He's just facing the other way now.
yeah, you ever
I
watch
see.
the anime Cromartie High? There's a guy
A
with
little bit. I watched it years ago with you, bud.
there was a character
Wait,
who had a
that sounds
mohawk,
familiar.
and the mohawk would like express itself, like it would
Oh, God.
move, and
to myself.
which is interesting because if you read the manga, like that, it's just a mohawk. But they made the anime. They did something neat with it and just made it its own character.
awesome.
That's the one about a high school where all the troublemakers are sent.
That's correct. I highly recommend it. It's really funny. And read
Yeah,
the
so
manga.
Kuranagi's definitely trying to keep tabs on people, including people in the party, trying to figure out what they're up to, trying to stay as connected as possible in a sense.
Right.
Staying
then-
abreast of the situations.
Yeah, she's trying to stay on breasts, especially Moshisora's. She also probably has like a lot of work and training that's going in with people who are in not necessarily just the Shishiro family, but the people who like gave her assignments. Especially, I have a name for it. I think her name is Rukia. Shishiro Ruria, who is Kuranagi's lord, and is the person who had not only the person who sent her to City of the Rich Frog, but with the duty of like finding out about the underworld there, but also uh one of the people who helped her to become shadow branded, and as a result, she probably has a lot of requests and debriefing to do in that regard. In addition, she has been tasked with finding someone close to the new couple that they can rely on for information. Basically establishing someone in Unicorn Lands who can be a spy on the Scorpion's behalf and is asked to provide them a stipend in order to secure their services, which I think is a really good like position for Kuronagi to be tasked with, considering she is very good at making new friends and also is kind of terrifying. So if somebody doesn't do the job that she's asked them to do, she can make them feel very uncomfortable about having not done so. Um, I think those are the primary things she's doing. She probably also makes a couple trips to go visit Naurin down in the Silken Shadow Palace and send prank messages to Daisuke on occasion to like freak him out.
So when you got your assignment, you went. Your lord summoned you. Um, Before that happened, you've noticed that a select few, not many, but like at least two people that were going up for their Genpuku were spirited away to the cave where you were. One of those people you never saw again. And the other one, when you got your assignment, was in the courtroom. And he looked completely different.
He ate the other one.
He weighed
Like
twice
he
as
looked
much.
like complete. When you say completely different, you mean like in terms of demeanor, or do you mean in terms of like
Yeah.
literally look like a different person?
No, he doesn't look like a different person. But demeanor, he looks like no more joys and smiles and happiness. He's wearing more of a special unit garb, if you know what I mean.
He has the look of everybody in Attack on Titan
Yeah,
who just saw their friends die.
yeah.
Can
That
you
kind of
tell
like
I've been making him watch the show?
shadow over his eyes, downtrodden, wide-eyed, like what the fuck is even happening to my life right now?
But he's
Okay.
also in special unit gear, as in like he looks like he's going to be an assassin or of some sort.
So he's in an elite group now. He's been
M-
he's been ushered in.
Maybe. But yeah, that's the
Okay.
impression you think that you got.
All right. I keep an eye on this guy. Can I get his name? Do
Yes,
you
I
have a
have a
name
name
for
for
him?
you. I do have a name. His name is Sasaki.
Can you spell that?
Sasaki.
Saki. And he's a Shishuro as well?
He is a Shisuro as well. All right. After a time, you're about to leave for the wedding to get there on time, and two people have arrived at the castle. Um, your old friend Bayushi Narin and Doji Daisuke, and they'll be spending the night here, and then everybody can travel together. Also, Bayushi, what's his name?
Hiderihito.
Yeah, Hiderihito. Bayushi Hiderihito is also with them.
Oh, okay.
Lumber party, no men.
Naren's husband is coming with her.
Yes.
Slumber party, no men. So just Naren and Kuronagi.
Just Naren Kuronagi gossiping and Daisuke very uncomfortable with Hiderihito around.
So, got any juicy rumors?
Do you have any juicy rumors?
Oh, of course.
Well, let's see.
I have mentioned. What about you?
He's like, you've lost a lot of weight since I last saw you.
Do you have any rumors on weight loss?
Any tricks that your doctor doesn't want you to know?
Yeah. Follow this one trick.
Where
This one berry.
I can give you kind of the
weight train.
I can give you the kind of the state of the empire here.
Okay.
The lion, the crane, and the scorpion seem to be in some uneasy state of peace. They haven't been attacking each other. All's quiet on the carpenter wall. But there have been skirmishes between the crab and the crane for different pieces of land for farms and food. The scorpion before the city of Rich Frog, the scorpion were messing with some minor clans. And they still are messing with minor clans, but one has been left out, and that is the Deer clan. The dragon are like, they're even more gone than usual. They are sequestered in their lands, and when asked about things, anyone that you find on the road or that visits the castle, they're like, everything's fine. Nothing's the matter.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We're fine. Thanks for asking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Get out.
We're all fine. And they're like, can we visit Dragonlands? And they're like, no. Nobody's allowed in Dragonlands right now. And that's true. Nobody seems to be allowed in Dragonlands. Very few people have been able to get in. The Phoenix are fine, I guess. There's no real news with the Phoenix. The Mantis are in a little bit of a trade war with the Crane and the Phoenix. That's about it, but that's kind of normal, I guess. The Unicorn and the Lion have always been tenuous towards each other. There have been a few fights since your last encounter with them at the City of the Rich Frog. A few little skirmishes out there. They seem mad about the entire situation that happened, and want to take it out on some of the outlying lands, but that has stopped. And other than that,
The lion hate the world.
huh?
And the lion hate the world.
And the lion hate the world, yeah. That seems to be about it. That seems to be what's going on. So there are your rumors. If you want to talk about that, you can make up whatever you think's actually going on. But
Dragon
otherwise,
are trying to quell a civil war within their own lands.
you three can either go north up the spine of the world towards Great Day Castle, and from there go to Battle Maiden Castle. I mean, I don't know what this river goes down to the mountains and then there's a waterfall happening. I don't know what that's all about. But maybe there's some magical way to get over this mountain and through the waterfall and over to the city of the rich frog. Not sure. Never read
Yeah, I'm
anything
sure if
about
you pray
that.
hard enough, it'll work.
Never read anything about that. And the castle of organization is the Yogo castle.
Castle of Organization.
Yep. Otherwise, you can head on over to Great Day Castle.
They're
Y'all
all
wanna go
very
see
anal
Ida
about
Youngsu?
alphabetizing.
Sure.
I've heard a lot of rumors about Scorpion Lands, so you better stay safe, Daisuke. Want to stay real close to us, and if you have any ideas, make sure to run them past us first.
Well, it's definitely better than having to go through the Lionlands, considering what happened previously in the city of the Rich Frog. Better safe with friends than amongst strangers whom you don't know might not have your best interest in heart.
Strange. I had heard that the crane and the lion had come to a tenuous agreement.
Mm, Still quite uneasy, and like I said, there are people within the Lion Clan that still might be a little salty between the duel with myself and. Let me put a pause on that statement. I'm trying to remember the name of that one guy.
Ikoma Mitsuo.
That
Yes.
one guy.
Mitsuo.
Ikoma Mitsuo.
Oh,
Mitsuo.
Ikoma Mitsuo. Okay.
That
Thank
one
you.
guy that did that one thing to your
That
one
dude
face.
who was that one thing that his mom was like the whole thing.
Oh, yes, and also the spat with Kitsu Satoru as well.
Oh. Well, I've always heard that the lion are best kept in the open as they tend to wear their hearts on their sleeves.
Quite fair, but
At
at
least
the
you always
moment
know
I'm
that the
not.
lion will be coming at you directly rather than sideways.
Hmm. I'd rather make my way to my master's wedding unmolested, preferably.
Oh, your master, eh? Is there going to be a crane there?
Oh no, the master can go because I'm his new apprentice. Remember?
Yes, of course, of course. I forgot.
Oh, so I'm also kind of wondering if I should lean into the joke that you were trying to enter Daisuke as a joke, and he finds out about it later. It's like it was all through your help, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw this coming. I was just trying to be a good friend.
Sure, sure.
Look at me. I'm just innocent.
I have no
You can
relevant
make a nice
feelings
pat on the
on
back.
which path we take.
Oh,
Hello, Daisuke. You
hey,
look a lot less.
Plump. Ah,
You look a lot
I'm
less.
saving the
Just
suit.
in general.
Saving the suit for another day. I want to take it a little easy at the moment.
Yeah.
I will not ask.
It's for like courtier things. It's for being in the court. Right now,
Yes.
I'm not meeting anyone in particular until we reach our destination. Then
I
I'll
always,
just puff myself up and
I
make
always,
that I present myself accordingly.
I, I always worried why. I always wondered why so many doji looked like.
Fired a few people? That
Oh
would be
yes, Daisuke the trendsetter is what they call you now.
I see. It is a fad. I understand.
A fat fad.
All right, you guys can
Okay, well,
you can send yourselves up to Great Day Castle,
All right.
and we'll check in with Ide Yungso.
Pardon? Let me just.
Ide Yungso.
Well, after what happened with in the city of the Rich Frog, reporting back to family and to his uncle, who is the head of his family,
Mm-hmm.
his uncle pointed out several failings he had in how he did things there, and instituted some harsh training measures to get him to be better and know more about what he should be doing properly.
Get you up to snuff.
Your uncle has seen your invitation to the wedding and has procured one of his own and will be there.
Oh no, watching over your
That explains why he
shoulder.
gave me what he called a simple task to do there.
And what is your assignment?
Well, such a big event involving a former imperial prince and a princess of the unicorn, and there's bound to be spies showing up, if for nothing else than just the juicy rumors and things that will occur at such an event. I'm supposed to identify one to tell him about.
Yep, that's 100% true. You'll be traveling with your uncle and the Ide daimyo, whose name is Shin Ichiro. Ide Shin Ichiro is the daimyo. And of course, your
And
uncle is Ide Yongso as well, because you named yourself after him.
and when I am not training during this period, uh, because Motonomen and Kengo told us about the engagement before we left, I've been trying and destroying a lot of versions to write a song for them. I haven't succeeded yet
Aw, that's
because
sweet.
none of them are good enough.
That's super sweet of you. Um,
I have the melody, but the words just aren't right.
That's when you
so
make it an instrumental.
because you're at Ide Castle, um, you get the impression that a lot of people are nervous about this wedding. Um, that Motonomen is marrying either, like, she is either marrying into the imperial family or she is marrying somebody that is a total disgrace and has fallen off the celestial order. People go to the extremes in both ways, and there's been a lot of talk about it, and what it means for the clan and how other people will be dealing with the clan and all of this stuff. Um, Everybody seems to think politically that this is a bad idea. But Noman gets to do what she wants, apparently. So they're going through with it anyways. Um,
If I'm talking with some of the people who are saying that she's marrying a nobody, I'll point out he did win and
they
is the new white dragon.
they don't say he's a nobody. They say he is a disgraced person who is not on the celestial order.
But the heavens favored him enough to become the new white dragon.
They're like, yeah, the white dragon was a peasant himself. They will get super defensive about that. They're you get the feeling that these people are fearful. They got a lot of fear in them. And that fear is like radiating out into the other families as well. Um, you get uh, people in the Moto and the Shinjo who are like, we don't know if Moto Nomen's judgment is right here, and maybe like she isn't the best to be the next Khan. Maybe it should be her brother. Her brother's name is Zergadai. So they're like, maybe Zergadai should take over, even though she's the oldest. Um, because of this marriage, there's a lot of tension, and
Should I do some rumor smithing? Add some whispers to the court.
you're not there yet.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you when you get there. But I'm telling Yungso, what he knows, because this is the political capital of the unicorn. The courtier family, the Ide, and this is what they do.
Youngso tries
That's mine.
to at
This is
least
yours.
the one about, oh, maybe her brother would be a better choice. He's not going to try to do anything about that. But anybody saying any negative things about Kengo itself himself, Youngso will try
All
to
right.
counter those by saying he's met Kengo. He knows Kengo at this point, and he is a good and honorable man.
You do your best to stand up for your friends, and I'll give you a point of honor for that. Good job. Soon enough, though, new friends, old friends, uh, reach the castle, and they are going to the wedding as well. And they'll spend the night and then travel with everybody in the morning, the entire Ide contingent, which is your daimyo, your uncle, you, and an honor guard. And now these friends of yours. It's much better to travel in a large group.
And of course, my uncle would ask to meet each of them, and whether I'm there or not is up to you.
Okay.
Because two scorpions? Are you sure you aren't being influenced?
Actually, I'm gonna say this. You also meet up with the Yogo daimyo, who stays at the castle as well, as he is going to the wedding. But let me get you.
That's
their pic-
another. That's the Scorpion family, correct? That's the one.
Yep, that's the one. So this is Ide Youngso Senior. All right, you should be seeing that on your screen right now.
Looking a little cross-eyed there, but okay.
I know, like it's AI art. What you
The
can do?
vibes, man.
There is Ide Youngso. And here is Ide Shin Inchiro. The daimyo of the Ide family. And this is the Yogo daimyo. Yogo Tamura.
I didn't see the Ide daimyo. I do
Okay.
see the masked individual, and I see my uncle.
We'll try that again. Whoops.
Neutral persons.
Ah, young.
Yep. He's definitely younger than your uncle is. Definitely. And then Yogo Tamura, who's pretty scary looking. Gotta say. Giving off those evil scorpion vibes.
Scorpion guy, yeah.
Naurin is matching his vibes.
Yep.
He looks pretty cool.
They just like make eye contact.
He looks cool, but he could totally
Daisuke is
be a bad
nonplussed
guy.
because he's already been around Naurin.
And between the two of you, you have a full face mask.
Yeah. He's got the upper part going. She's got the lower part.
Now, Keith.
Both got little horn things going on. Works.
You can talk to these people, but they're tired. They want to travel. Your uncle does meet with your friends. He'll meet all of you. He seems like a nice fellow. He's very friendly, but he's not jocular in any way. He doesn't make jokes. He doesn't. He's a little bit about business, like who are you, who's your father, who's your mother, what do you do for your family, how's your training, those types of things. And you don't know whether he's asking probing questions or he legitimately cares to know who you are and Do you have any? What are your hobbies? And he will share his hobbies. He says he likes to play Go. He loves horseback riding. He says the farthest he's ever been away from E2 Castle, he is Morning Glory Castle in Phoenix Lands. You know?
And you guys would probably also notice that Young So is being
That's pretty far.
as perfect behavior as possible around his uncle. He is not relaxed.
He shares a very nice tea that he says is his favorite. And he says this tea comes from the Caliphate Beyond the Burning Sands, from the Silk and Spice Road, or the what's it called? What's the road called?
I don't remember.
I'm asking Tarek if he remembers. Anyways, from the trade road, because the Isles of Silk and Spice are the Mantis. So
Yeah,
what's
that's
the
what I was
road
thinking.
called? The Gold Road? Something like that. He
And I
says
feel bad because
the
I read
Silk
the
Road?
Unicorn book like a few years back.
so. It comes from.
Isn't it the Silk Road?
See, the Silk Road is real.
Yeah.
That's on
I
Earth.
said that as a joke.
That's
Not
the
that
actual
it
road.
can't be what it is
Yeah.
in this game.
The Silk Road's the actual road that goes from China past Tibet and into the Middle East. But yeah, he says he got the tea from there. It's very delicious and very different from what you've had in Rokugan.
I wonder if it's the equivalent of India.
And
Not that it
in the
matters.
morning, unless you want to talk among yourselves for a little bit and get reacquainted with your friend, you can head north to Battle Maiden Castle.
Onwards and upwards.
Does Youngsu's uncle like get weird when Naorin mentions who her parents are?
Not at all.
Like, because that's like not at all. Okay, wonderful.
He is like a Hugh Grant style gentleman. You know what I mean? Like
The one with the mask
I don't know
on?
who that is.
No.
He was the guy.
old
He's the
purple
guy in D&D, the D&D movie. The guy who was playing the mayor of.
yeah, but he doesn't
Never.
act like flippant
Yeah.
like he did in the D&D movie. Like
In the D&D movie, he acts really flippant, but in the reality, it is he's like a really charming.
I don't know
British
what he's
guy.
like in reality. Just that
Well, in most of his movies,
the
he's
movies, he plays just like an absolute gentleman.
yes.
it says it's called the Sand Road, connecting Unicorn Lands to their holdings outside of Rokugan.
the
It's called the
Sand
Sand
Road.
Road.
I mean, it makes sense since it's all
Yeah.
sand.
So
But there is also a thing called the Silk Road in Elfhevar, which is different though. It's between the Crane Lands and I think Crablands.
everybody makes it to Battle Main Castle. Y'all are set up with guest rooms for the night. You get there quite late. You don't have time to schmooze. You don't even have time to talk to Kengo and Noman. They put you in your rooms and y'all go to bed for the night. You are insanely tired, but when you
Time to
wake
go
up,
to Sleep Time Junction.
you wake up refreshed. In fact, let me just hit this button.
Oh yeah.
Characters had a good night's sleep.
I didn't even think about it, but obviously if I'm going to a wedding, I need fancy wedding clothes,
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, sure. You want to buy some fancy wedding clothes?
Yeah, so how much would like
Same here.
nice clothes cost?
You want some ceremonial clothes.
And I
One
assume
koku.
our stipend was refilled, perhaps.
Yeah, you all got paid, right? Get everybody can have 5 koku. I'll give you 5 koku. How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot.
I think I already have ceremonial clothes. That's perfect.
Yeah, mine
Um,
were just destroyed in the duel, so I have to probably get new ones.
I suppose follow-up
Ceremonial
question,
clothes.
are we expected to bring gifts for this? I don't know if that is a thing.
Ceremonial clothes is 1 koku.
All right, so I will basically get new ceremonial clothes for that 1 koku I just earned.
You earned 5 Goku.
Oh, well, within that amount.
I'm going to say it's customary to give gifts when you are visiting another person's residence. Anyways, that is customary.
Yes.
But like the wedding, you don't give gifts to a wedding.
Hmm.
But it's customary to give gifts to the people who receive you.
Okay,
Could we
so
purchase gifts
we are
along the
giving
way?
gifts, but
Sure.
we would be giving gifts even if it wasn't a wedding.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
I probably would have spent quite a bit just to make sure that Kengo got the best of the best calligraphy set from the Crane clan, if possible.
So here's the thing. Your clan can set you up with a gift to give because you are traveling and they have to make
On behalf of
arrangements
them,
to
yeah.
that. Yeah. And on behalf of the clan, they can set you up with a gift.
Okay.
So-
I just didn't know if we needed to like specifically get something directly.
If you want to give them something personal, though, that is up to you. So does anybody want to give something personal to Nomen, other than the standard gift that your clan would give them for visiting the castle?
I would like to pay someone to write down a collection of Kengo's best poems and then present them this like combined works
Okay.
to Kengo.
Two koku. 2 koku to get a scribe to get that
Done,
into a book.
done, and done.
Young So has created a song. However that's going to go, we'll see. Anybody else?
I was thinking
you
something
know,
kind of along the lines of what Tarek did, but not specifically just Kengo's poetry, but just the greatest poetry in general.
In general?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a book of great ass poetry.
Yeah.
I'll give you that's like 4 boo. That's easy to get. I mean, it's the greatest poetry. That's everywhere.
People love the greatest hits.
They do. And so you can buy that in a compilation already.
I'd also want to bring one of the best bottles of sake that I can find in Unicorn Land.
They have that's those are found at Battle Maiden Castle.
Yes,
I'm just
but this would
saying.
be-
All right. If there's anybody else who wants to make us something special,
Yeah, I think Daisuke will definitely write a poem celebrating the union between Kengo and Nomen, but in through pleasant metaphors.
Okay. we'll
He
do
gives
the
it back
checks.
to you graded.
We'll do the checks for the song.
Sorry, that guy caught me off guard.
We'll do the checks for the song and the poem when it is time to deliver those gifts. Okay? Just remember, write it down in your notes that you have these things and you want to present them at the wedding to them. Because the wedding might not take place today. It might take place in a game in the future.
We have been going for a while.
Um,
Longer than you might think.
so you guys get to Battlemain Palace. It is a large fortified structure with a town, with a castle town. There are, what are they called? Tear-shaped domes on the top of it.
Onion domes?
They're not onion domes. They're bell-shaped, not tear-shaped. That's what it said in the art.
Okay.
They're bell-shaped domes. That's the only description I have, and it comes from one sentence in the Emerald Empire book right behind me over here. That's the only
really?
description I got of it.
Wow.
It has bell-shaped domes on top of towers. You are put up for the night. It's already dark when you get there. Most people are sleeping for the night to be nice and chipper for the court that is going to happen at the wedding in the morning. So you get up in the morning, everybody gets dressed in their finest clothes, I'm sure, or the clothes that they have, and we are going to go to the shrine. And let me... Whoops. Hit the wrong button there. That's okay. We're going to put...
Did you press that button that gives us a good night's sleep? Because I don't think it...
Yes, I did.
Okay, does that set your strife down to half?
I think it takes away
that
even
all?
more strife than that.
Strife doesn't...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Because it didn't do the thing. And I had a lot of strife, so I did not
Got
want
it.
to forget about bringing that up.
Okay. Y'all should see yourselves on the map. And...
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Do you see the other
Oh yeah, I
tokens?
see myself.
I only see
I
myself.
see myself, but that's it.
That's weird. That's weird. Why can't you see...
Do we have vision on the map?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, if we didn't have vision, it would all be a black square.
Token vision.
That is what it is for me.
Oh no.
It is, in fact, a
He's
black
blind.
Nope, that didn't work.
Vision in darkness, out to 100 feet. Actually, I just put one. If I
Hello,
just put one, it
everybody.
shows me the entire map. Of
There we
the
go.
token.
You can see the entire map here. I do not care.
Yeah. If anybody is interested, just click on your character token. Click on the right click on it. Click on the gear icon.
I think he
Go to-
fixed everybody's.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see it too. It did not do the thing.
I fixed it. I just made the map open to everybody.
Perfect.
Here we go. So this place is crowded with more people than you see icons for. So you see these little tokens everywhere? These are the notable people. These are people that if you talk to, may or may not continue the plot, but has a good chance of being something that's important might happen.
Relevant.
You can go and introduce yourselves at the very end, at the very top of this map. There's the shrine. There's a monk that's guarding the scares. Scares?
The stairs.
The stairs. And Motonomen and Kengo are getting ready in the shrine for their wedding. So if you hover your mouse over each individual, you'll also get their names.
Ooh.
I love these little stones in the water.
These guys,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're awesome.
So, for example, the first guy you see on the path is Shinjo Yazaki and Miyamoto Fujioka.
I'm not getting any names no matter what I do.
If you hover over them, they should show.
You just hover.
You have to zoom in on them too to be able to read it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a little blur at the bottom.
Fujioka.
Oh, looks
That
like I have some
bald,
crane relatives.
Oh,
that bald
okay.
monk at the front.
They're super small.
I don't know why, but
So
oh, is that a monkey? There's
Yeah, there's
monkeys.
monkeys.
yeah, there are
Where?
A
monkeys.
bunch of monkeys came to watch.
So I'm not going to limit you to how far you can move or where you can go. Just kind of move your icon to the people you want to talk to, and we'll go from there.
Hmm.
The
I
MP,
kind of want to run all the way to the bald monk lady because she looks beautiful.
the bald monk lady. That's a guy.
Oh, never mind.
He looks beautiful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's with the kitsune hiding over in the corner?
Ooh, what's with the kitsune hiding over in the corner? What could be happening over there?
Hatakeyama?
Atakeyama.
I think I see a fellow
Takeyama.
doji cousin I wouldn't mind talking to on the bridge.
Yeah, there's a doji on the bridge. There's a Kakita.
Oh, whoa, whoa. I'm a little curious to greet a fellow clan relative.
All right.
Is it just me, or does Kakita Runa look a bit like Betty White if she was Asian?
She does.
Does. I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, it's Betty White.
That was my first thought when Corey was showing me pictures.
The art that I made for her, she's holding another person's head in her hands. Like she beheaded somebody and holding their head. It's quite creepy.
Yeah, it's better than sliced bread.
Map link, please. I so Sebastian takes care of these maps. I don't know where he gets them from. But I wish I knew. I have no idea which where he gets
Good question.
his pretty maps from.
They are very pretty.
Moshi Sora and Ide Youngso, who are you going to go hang out with?
Honestly, I want to talk to this doji guy here and see if I can find out, like, what the heck's going on with Sakurako.
All right. Move your token on up there
Trying to find myself.
at the bottom of the very bottom there.
Aren't we all struggling to find ourselves?
Considering I like including people in things, I'm going to go over and try to find out why he's just hanging out over here instead of joining everyone.
All right. I'm going to start at the bottom of the map here with Ide Youngso. So you go over there. There's not just one person, but there's a small group. And they're all wearing similar colors. And you see their heraldry, and you're like, oh, this is the Fox Clan. You can make a history roll on the Fox Clan. Let's see. I believe it's
Culture?
You don't like it?
skills, composition, smithing. It's a scholar skill. Culture, government. Yeah, it's culture.
Okay, so that would be culture earth to recall.
Yes.
And TN?
I'm gonna make it a TN2. And those birds you hear, those are part of the map.
Yes.
Aw.
I don't want to gain a lot of strife, and I don't see any need for opportunity at this time, so
Okay, sounds good. These guys.
I strain my brain a little for the information.
These guys are the Fox Clan, like I said. The family name is Kitsune, which means fox in Japanese, sure. They were once part of the Unicorn Clan, before the Unicorn Clan was called the Unicorn Clan. They were originally the Kirin that stayed behind and did not go to the Burning Sands.
Like my
Yeah.
own family.
They built this castle. They built Battle Maiden Castle.
Mm.
But they no longer live here. Instead, they live far to the south in a special mystic wood filled with spirits and such.
Yeah, they're basically hippies.
As you approach, you notice they're doing a ritual dance as they light candles. 4 candles in particular.
I'm going to assume that it's for good auspices and things like that, so I'm not going to actively interrupt. So it's
Yeah. You
that
notice
over
that
there.
this is a little shrine, and they seem to be doing this ritual for the shrine. And you notice as you come up, the dancers, they'll kind of all stop, and this guy will approach you and bow and say, Ide-san,
Greetings,
welcome.
Kitsune.
We were just honoring the spirits and our ancestors.
Ah, I was wondering why you were not with the main party. Eh? As long as you're still in good mood and wanting to join us when it is time, I will not bother you.
What do you mean? We are part of the party.
Well,
It is
you're over
them
over
who
here
are
by
not
yourselves.
it is them who are not joining us.
Ah,
But
I'm
you are
starting to
here.
understand some of my uncle's comments about me before.
But you are here. Would you like to join us in honoring the ancestors, the ancient Kirin who were here before us?
This would probably be one of the few groups outside of the unicorn that actually knows this about my family secret.
Probably.
So, in that case,
But you have
How?
no heraldry to let them know that you are part of that.
true, but I go ahead and rub my sleeve up in that little, like, just rubbing my arm thing and expose the Kirin tattoo for a moment
Ah.
and then drop it back down. I would be honored to join you.
You are
I
the
don't
perfect
think I-
person. You are the perfect person to come and join us. You must dance though. We will
I
teach you the
apologize
dance.
if I do not know the steps, though.
We will teach you the dance. It is
Lead on.
it is the dance of the 4 candles that we light to honor our ancestors. Come on. Come.
I'll join them.
And he'll say, this is extremely important because this castle once had a tomb beneath it in which we interred our ancestors inside.
I knew that it was your family that built the place.
Yes, but
And it is a testament to your ancestors' skill that it is still standing.
yes, that until the Matsu came and took the castle from us. So they teach you the steps of the dance, and how much do you like invest yourself into this dance?
Well, I actually do give it my best. This seems like something that's worthwhile to me.
Okay, excellent. Let's move on to the next person. It looks like it's Shisuro Kuranagi talking with Shinjo, the Shinjo daimyo, Shinjo Yazaki, and Miramoto Fujioka, who doesn't seem to have a retinue. You think he's
By himself.
You think he's dragon because he has green swords and wears yellow pants, but doesn't have like heraldry on him because he's not wearing a shirt or a kimono or
I was about to ask, is he wearing a shirt?
he doesn't look like
He's not wearing much clothes.
Yeah, he's not wearing much clothes. And this is a wedding?
So he's a
They're his
monk?
best pants, though.
No,
wearing
he doesn't look like a monk. He wears a top knot.
Okay.
Man bun.
Kuranagi kind of blinks a couple times on her way over, but then just plasters on a big smile and like saunters up, shorter than both of them, I'm sure, and just looks up at
She's
them with a
just like,
smile.
Hey, you're
Hello.
pretty good looking.
The Shinjo Daimyo will stop talking to the dragon for a second. He says, one moment. He bows. Scorpion-san, welcome to Unicorn Lands.
I'm honored to be able to have the honor of coming to Unicorn Lands, especially to see such a renowned castle. It's beautiful, really.
It is a nice castle.
It
You know,
is.
we gave the otaku the best stuff, I think.
Well, from what I hear, they might be pretty deserving of the some of the nicer things
He nods.
that the world has to offer.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right.
But then again,
We-
the Shinjo family is well renowned for their honor and duty to their clan.
We decided to build a castle from scratch. We came back and
Oh.
we were like, we're gonna build our own thing. The otaku took
Starting-
this, and you know, these old structures, they're built well.
Yeah, they don't build them as they used to.
May I introduce to you Muramoto Fujioka? Me and him were talking. He's apparently the owner of a mine.
Oh, really? What kind of mine do you own?
Yep, I own a diamond mine. He'll
Oh,
pull out a
diamond
pe-
mines,
he'll
eh?
pull out something from his obi. He'll unwrap it, and you'll see a handful of uncut diamonds, and he'll hand one to you.
Oh, look at that. She'll take the diamond and kind of look at it.
It's like
Angle it up towards
that's
the
a
light.
big diamond. No, it's like this.
Yeah. I imagine it's small, but like I hold it up to the. I wanted to make sure that you get the picture of me
Yeah.
holding it. And I'll hold it up to the light and see if it sparkles.
It's uncut.
It's uncut, so not really.
No.
It's kind of dull, kind of semi-opaque.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, sure. he stuffs it back down his pants.
I hand him back the diamond and go. So,
He'll put his hand up. No, that's for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. It's very nice.
Glad you like it.
I do. It's shiny, and though it lacks the luster of a more refined gem, it's still something that can be made into something beautiful.
Maybe. There's a Yasuki around here somewhere. I'm sure he can help you with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll be sure to keep it then tucked pretty tightly into my obi. It is a pleasure to meet you, Miyamoto-san and Shinjo-sama. I'm sure that both of you have very busy schedules, but I just wanted to come and say hello.
Well, hello. What's your name again?
I am Shinjo Kuranagi.
Shinjo?
Oh, sorry, Shishiro Kuranagi.
Are you proposing to me?
Let us copulate this union.
That was fast.
Quickly, make me a queen.
Have a good time here, Kuranagi-san. Or Shishiro Kuranagi-san.
I will attempt to. It is a blessed day, a union of two of my close friends.
Mm-hmm. Yazaki says, "Hope we can get started soon. But we can't begin until the Great Khan gets here."
Oh, the Khan's coming, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, you would expect him to come for his daughter's wedding, right?
Perhaps. Depends. Political
I would
situations
hope
can
so.
be hectic.
Give me a second, and I can look up his name here. Subutai. Moto Subutai. Moto Subutai, the Great Khan. He's on his way. We're just waiting for him to get here. And once he arrives, we can start the ceremony. Yep.
Well, I'm sure that that's going to be quite an exciting day for him specifically, considering his daughter is the one who is the bride.
One would think.
What do you think of Kengo?
Kengo? He's soft-spoken. I don't know.
Indeed.
We're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be a trial or two before we can really make him a unicorn.
I imagine you're going to have to teach him how to ride a horse first.
He knows how to ride a horse.
Is he skilled?
Yes, he's skilled at riding a horse. He's just not. He doesn't have the unicorn love of life that we all do.
I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be
suppose.
something that will come to him as he gets more experience in the lands.
I hope so.
Real family thing.
A place like this screams out for someone to just have a fervor of life. Always on the go, being able to see all the wonderful things and sights that
And also-
are held within the unicorn territories.
And also an ability to inspire. He's going to be part of the nobility here.
Well, that I think he has in spades. He is quite the inspiring writer,
He's a
a
poet.
poet of great skill.
We're talking about an orator. We're talking about a man who can stand up and inspire people just by his presence.
I see. That is a difficult skill indeed. Something I'm nowhere near effective at myself. But, different people have different skills, so maybe he can learn through exposure.
Well, enjoy.
Noman is a quite a striking individual.
Who is?
Noman. Bayushi no
Noman's-
Moto Noman?
Yes, Moto Noman. She's a fire stick.
She is. She was quite inspiring to me personally when we met in the City of the Rich Frog.
I don't doubt it.
Not at all. She was also extraordinarily well read. She knew much about poetry. She was able to educate me on many things that I would have overlooked if I hadn't been for her. Because of her, I was able to put bets down on Kengo to win the competition, and guess what? I made out like a bandit.
Good on ya.
Well, you see, it's the tradition of the Keru family. They might bet on everything.
From here, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the bridge. And there are two people on the bridge in an argument. One is a unicorn with just a big bushy beard, and the other one is a slight waif of a crane, a person that a strong breeze could blow down. And he is clutching a book, white-knuckled, as if it's the most important thing in the world. And they are just going at it with words. As you two approach, Daisuke and Sora, you can hear that they're arguing over Kengo.
Oh, my goodness, what seems to be the matter here?
The doji will pause the argument and bow.
Hello, dear cousin.
Hello. You recognize this as Doji Ushio.
Ah, do I know any history on him, or do I have I met him before?
He's a courtier. He was in your class. So yeah, you have met him. He loves. He does love poetry
Oh,
and composition and all of that. And he says, Daisuke-san. And he bows.
Ushio-kun, it's a pleasure to see you again.
This man here is saying bad things about Kengo, and I will not have it.
Oh dear, what seems to be the problem? I believe your name is Shinjo.
He says, I am Shinjo Akiji.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And
Now, what sort of debate are you having with Ushio-kun over here?
I don't believe it's any of your business, Doji-san.
Oh, well,
But if
uh,
you must know, this entire wedding is out of order.
oh, why would that be?
Why? Because Moto Nomen is a princess and should not be marrying a Ronin. I don't care what he was before he was a Ronin. But she is for better stock. Unicorn stock. And the fact of the matter is that she was engaged before Kengo came around. This usurper, this person who is inserting himself into the Unicorn clan.
Well,
And
and pray tell, I do believe
and
that.
Ushio says, he, this man, he is the heir to the greatest poet in the world, sir. You are inheriting greatness, and you dare say this? Look, she is unicorn herself, and she is bringing something. She's bringing a treasure into your clan, sir. A treasure.
Could I use a shuji?
I like this doji.
Could I? Yes, I like Ushio-kun. Can I use a shuji called Civility Foremost? As a scheme action, you may make a commander courtesy, and I'm gonna try courtesy, to Earth check, targeting one character to claim protection for an individual of your choice by rights of honor. So I'm gonna be protecting Kengo. Here, the TN of the check is equal to the target's vigilance. If you succeed, the target must forfeit honor equal to your Earth plus your bonus successes and suffer that much strife to perform an attack or scheme action targeting the chosen individual. This
Okay,
effect persists until the end of the scene, or until the target performs an attack or scheme action.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All right. And I'll save that void that I have for the poem that I want to give Kengo and his bride.
Okay.
So, what would be the TN? What is his vigilance?
Oh, his vigilance is 3.
That's 3. Oh boy. So let's see. Where do I have my courtesy at? Okay, I have it at 2.
Where do I keep my courtesy?
It's in one of these
Just trying to make
somewhere.
sure because I used the macro selection for my shuji instead, and it didn't count my skill dice on that. All right, let's see what I roll. Okay,
Ooh.
that's gonna
Remember
be
to check
fun.
your advantages and disadvantages here.
Yes, and I will I'll definitely try to use let's see, either affective harmlessness or
That's not
playfulness.
going to affective hardness and playfulness is not going to work because you are defending somebody. You are giving that person strife if they attack the person you like. I don't think any of these.
How about failure?
Nope,
That no.
nope. I don't
Hmm.
think that applies either. So your roll is your roll, unless you would like to use your bond.
All right, like my rival bond,
Yeah.
because that's the only one I have written so far. Unless I should have an established bond with Kengo, but we didn't put that together before the game started. Oops. Should we mix up something on the fly that might
Nope.
benefit this role in the
Nope.
moment?
We'll do that. We'll do that between games, sir. Right now,
Okay.
you can
So,
use your
just
Bayushi.
as it is.
Yes.
Hopefully I can... Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Ah! I'll keep it, and I'll see what I can do with those opportunities.
You mean the one
Because I have some
opportunity?
opportunities for let's see, choose one additional target with vigilance lower than or equal to your first target's vigilance per opportunity spent this way.
There's nobody with a 1 vigilance here.
Darn. All right. So if that's the case, then yeah, let's just say I'm not gonna keep that. Um, keep that opportunity die then, if that's the case.
Okay. So this guy will turn towards you as you're like, oh, if you were going to mess with Kengo, you were going to mess with all of the crane and blah, blah, blah. He's like, you want to get in the way of this, Daisuke, Doji Daisuke? Is that what I'm hearing? Do you want to put your life on the line here? Your honor?
He challenges you to a duel. I'm not helping you with this one.
Hmm. Well, I wouldn't want to enter a duel over this matter.
Good.
But he is my teacher, and I do believe him as the White
Then
Dragon.
take him
is...
back to the Crane clan, please.
Why don't you marry him?
I will.
Sora's there too. What is Moshi Sora doing?
This seems like an unpleasant conversation for a wedding.
It is very much so.
Shouldn't we all be celebrating two people who are in love joining each other?
So, Ushio will say, "Oh, yes, of course, love. That's the occasion here. Kengo is in love. The White Dragon is in love." And Shinjo Akiji, the bearded man, will say, "Love? What does love have to do with anything? We are samurai, and we marry for honor. We marry for the glory of our clan, for our strength. And that man makes us weak."
And yet, Motonomen is the princess. Does she not have the say of who she chooses to marry? It is her right.
Nobody gets to say who they marry. It is the right of heaven to decide these factors. Kengo should not be up there. The rightful person should be up there. The person that was already decided.
And who is that?
Someone gonna ask him if it was him?
Was
Of course
you?
it's him.
Daisuke
That's
should,
what I
feel a little
literally
bit-
just said. Who is that? You?
Hold on, Daisuke should what now?
should feel
And he
a little
says,
bit of understanding.
and what if it was? What if I'm here for justice, for honor?
For jealousy.
Love.
Someone's about to get challenged, and I feel like it's a you guys, Kay.
So soon.
I hope you learned how to use a sword.
Yes. Yes, I have.
He says, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Ah, my good sir, this is supposed to be a happy occasion between the union of
Is
humans.
it? Is it a happy occasion? Because I see it as the death of the unicorn. this
Jeez.
this is a funeral, sir.
I mean, did he respond at all
Guys
when I was
intense, I love it.
like,
I love
who was
this.
she supposed to marry? You?
He responded. He said, and what if it was?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did say that. What if it was? We marry for honor, for glory of the clan. You know, that's what he said.
So, no answer.
Kinda.
Answer enough.
He basically admitted it. Even if
It basically is an answer, yeah. Basically, him being like, maybe it was me.
what
because,
if it was me?
This conversation being so loud and so close to where Naurin is standing, she just like looks over. Like,
Yeah. The others next to you are they're like daimyos, and they're very measured in their courtierness, and they just ignore it. It's not there. Nothing's happening. And if it gets too loud, if it actually disrupts the wedding in a meaningful way, you're pretty sure Kikita Runas will slap a bitch.
Naurin would
With a
love to
sword.
watch Kakita Runa slap a bitch.
Well, I'm wondering. I'm wondering if I should also use Lady Doji's decree just to just kind of like slyly say, you know what, I'm done talking with you. If you're if you
We're gonna move on from this scene. You
All
can
right.
either next game you can either continue with them or move on to a completely different group.
all right.
Yeah, my plan is basically to ignore this guy and talk to the person I originally planned to talk
Alright.
to, who is the Doji.
I want to get a little bit of Naren in before game is over.
Mm-hmm.
Naren, you are talking to Yogo Tamura and Kakita Runa. And
Sort
they're
of.
having
before she actually like gets there, I wanted to ask, just because I don't actually know how well Naurin would know Kakita Runa, is this somebody that she would have only met? Is this someone who might have like a direct blood relation? I don't know.
So your character was Kakita, right?
Was Kakita to a pretty important person
Yes.
in the Kakita?
She is the daimyo. She is a
Yeah.
Kinshin. She is very
Oh, wow.
powerful, and she was the daimyo since you were born. This woman is old and knows her stuff.
Yeah. I guess I'm just wondering if they would actually be related at all, like physically or not.
We can make y'all related. She wouldn't be like your daughter.
No, I was not imagining. So
One thing you know about
She wouldn't be your daughter, but
one thing you do know about Kakita Runa is she has heterochroma.
Heterochromia.
Heterochromia. Thank you. She has heterochromia.
Her eyes are different colors.
And the reason is, and you know this, but not everybody knows this, is her blue eye. She is blind in it. She cannot see out that eye. And I don't know what the
which one is it? Her left, her right?
it is her
In this
her right
picture,
eye.
it's the right.
It's the right eye.
It's really hard to tell in this picture.
Okay.
If you zoom in, you can see she's got like a blue eye and a
Yeah.
grayish,
It's like dark blue and
greenish
light blue.
eye. Yeah.
Sort of a grayish for the other.
Yeah. But she is blind in that eye, and that's why it's blue. I mean, the lightness of that eye and the blindness are like linked. And
Gotcha.
I don't know what the condition is called. It's a real condition that people can get, and she does have it.
Okay.
I told him that he should just alter it in a photo manipulation program and make it so that it looked like she had a cataract.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's
that
like,
could
nah.
that could work.
Um,
Cataracts are like,
do you remember a long time ago, Tarek, when we played Mind's Eye Theater? There was a woman in one of the games who put makeup on her eye, a swirl that came down. And that's because she had that exact condition, and it made people look at her good eye because she had the swirl on it.
yeah,
I
yeah, I
was
do
like,
remember that actually.
that's clever. That's pretty cool.
That is super clever, and that's a great way of like letting people know like keep it on the correct eye and which eye is the correct eye, and like without
Hmm.
having to have the awkward conversation, which I'm sure gets tiring like immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, but apparently this lady does a pretty decent job of not letting it show.
No.
Since
That's
most people,
her entire thing is like you don't show that weakness ever.
yeah.
Um Yogo doing 1 second. Our stream has went down for a sec.
Oh,
Come
no.
on, come on, you can come back. There we go. I have no idea how long the stream was down. I hope it wasn't down long. So you give pleasantries to her, and she says, "Oh," and she will address you casually instead of formally. And she says, "Oh, Naran Chan, dear, how has life been treating you? I haven't seen you in such a long time."
It is a pleasure to see you again. Life has been, well, I hope the same can be said for you.
The life of a crane, especially one in high position. Like me, I'm always busy. I never have chance to relax. I'm so delighted to be here at this wedding, to get out, to see the world. I don't have much time left. Gotta get it all in. What about you, Tamura-san? How much of the Empire have you seen? He's like, anywhere that's been important, I've been there. In fact, in my younger days, I would explore the great recesses of Cinnamon Forest. Oh,
Adventurous.
she says, that's one place I haven't been, Cinnamon Forest. Well, dear, where is that husband of yours? I've wanted to meet him. I wasn't able to. You know that your husband, last night, he left. He's like, I got something to do. And he's like, I have something to do. Because that's how he talks. Yeah.
Did he say he would be back for the wedding or that he was going to miss?
He did say he would be back for the wedding. And he
Regrettably,
scurried off.
he had something personal come up that he had to take care of, but he said he would be here before the ceremony,
Oh,
if at all possible.
wonderful. I'd love to meet him.
I'm sure he would be pleased to meet you as well.
Just don't get too close to him because he will try to impregnate you.
She says,
I think Yogo Tamura is already trying.
I hope you're happy, dear. I genuinely hope you are. It's not often that we get to pick our destinies. So I hope yours is working out well.
Naren will look at this woman and say the most sincere thing she has probably said in years, which is, I thank you for letting me choose my own destiny.
She smiles. She gives you like a sincere smile.
And
Tamura says, should I go? I don't want to.
apologies. I did not mean to interrupt your conversation. Your stories seem very pleasant.
Runa
and,
says,
uh,
Runa says, Tamura, dear, don't worry about it at all. I think me and Naran-chan here are finished reminiscing. Have you met Yogo Tamura-san?
Not
Ward,
personally.
Ward Master of the Scorpion?
Ward Master?
Ward Master, yes.
What does that actually mean?
A ward master is a school of the like.
You can
Is it ward master? I think it's ward master.
you can ask him. You can ask him directly. He's right there. What does that actually mean?
She will ask and say,
We'll see.
what is a ward master, if you do not mind me asking?
Most Yogo have the ability to speak to the spirits. We are all Shugenja. And our specialty is warding. We can create tokens, wards on sheets of prayer paper. And we can allow or disallow whoever we want within our wards. It's usually meant to stop supernatural incursions. But we have on occasion stopped people from crossing barriers. Mind you, it doesn't physically stop somebody. It creates uncomfortableness to the point that you want to leave the warded area.
I see. Most interesting magic.
Let's just say that nobody will want to be entering my room unannounced.
Cut to 45.
Does he like I Kakita Runa? Like, I got you though.
Four-
They like
45
old people flirting.
45 minutes
No.
after the.
Nah,
After the-
they're old war buddies.
Is there something you want to specifically do with this conversation? Steer it in a particular direction?
No, not as of yet. Mainly just wanted to, introduce yourself, say hello, and then politely like dismiss herself and take her leave.
Okay. Well, you got to know these two people. You can see who they are. And we'll stop the game there and give everybody 2 experience points. No honor or glory gains, except for the one I've already given out earlier. And we'll see what happens next time, right?
Right.
Next time on Shadow Empire.
Yes. The wedding continues. Do you like wedding episodes? I just want to ask you guys. Do you enjoy when a show has like a wedding episode?
Depends upon the show.
It's not something that happens often.
But there are...
Episodes are more common.
Huh?
Beach episodes are much more common.
Yeah.
Beach episodes and Christmas episodes, which are usually dumb.
I have to say that I am not a fan of wedding episodes. When there's a wedding episode, I cringe. But I'm making one here, and we'll see how this turns out.
I'm trying to think of any specific wedding episodes.
What do you mean? Almost every show has a wedding episode. The Flash had a wedding episode where Barry marries Iris.
I mean, yeah. And of course it's super bland because it's meant for nothing but fan service.
Yeah. So in the comments, I want to hear what you guys think of wedding episodes. Trust me, this is going to get good. I promise you.
Of course it is.
It's already getting good.
There's
I'm
gonna be
racing
a
drama on
fight
the
at
horizon.
wedding.
There is a spy at the wedding. We're going to have to find that.
4
Her name's
funerals at the wedding.
I thought it would be super funny if Ide reported like all of us as spies to his uncle.
I actually had the amusing thought that I work with Tarek's character, help establish a spy, and then tell my uncle who that spy is.
Wow.
You work with Tarek to establish two spies so that you don't find a knife in your back with a little note that says from Kuranagi.
Yeah.
Hello.
Rat me out with at your own
Oh,
peril.
no. I'm not supposed to say who the handler is or who they're reporting to. Just this person's a spy.
All right, well, everybody, thank you for watching at home. And go visit our Patreon and vote for your favorite character.
Void point.
Oh, yeah. You get a void point, Crystal. From Crystal, Sasha, Matt, Tarek, and James. My name is Corey. Go roll some dice.